Hi, I am MD Sufyan Nagarali. This is my portfolio project. The main aim of this presentation is to showcase my technical and soft skills. So let's begin with the project. The analysis of coffee shop sales using Power BI and SQL. Here, here is a brief introduction of data. This data contains 149,000 plus of rows and 11 columns. In these columns, we can see there is a transaction ID. It consists of a unique rows, and we have a transaction date, and we have transaction time, at what time transaction occurs. We have transaction quantity, we have store ID, we have a unique store ID for each and every store location. For lower Manhattan, you can see the store ID is 5, and we have product ID. Product ID here refers to the product type. Each and every unique product type contains a product ID. Uh, for example, 32 is for gourmet brewed coffee, and 57 is for brewed chai tea. Like here, 57, 57. And we have unit price for a product, and we have here product category. This is a coffee. This coffee category consists the type product type or like gourmet brewed coffee, and coffee here consists of drip coffee and different type of product. And if you want to go in depth about understanding the product, we can refer this column, which is product detail. Okay. Before using Power BI, I imported data into SQL to perform a EDA, exploratory data analysis, by using DDL, data definition language, and data manipulation language, and fired some queries according to the business requirement to get some good understanding and some good grip on the data. And after that, I've stored this data. I stored this data into a Word document. The main aim of creating SQL queries and a document is to refer the numbers, like it will be total orders or it will be total sales, from the SQL queries that we have created to the Power BI KPIs or different chart that we want to use. So it gives a certain amount of satisfaction that we're going in a right direction. And here are the problem statement. Here is a problem statement. KPI requirements. KPI is nothing but a key performance indicator. In key performance indicator, uh, the main reason why we use key performance indicator is to showcase the progress of the data, how it is performing. The main reason is that for that we have to analyzing the performance. So here we have created three indicators. The first is primary is total sales analysis, and then we have total order analysis, then we have total quantity analysis. You can see in a single KPIs we have three insights. The first says calculate the total sales for each respective month. For each and every month in that year, we have calculated a different sales for them, and we have calculated the month-on-month increase or decrease in sale. We have calculated the month-on-month increase or decrease in sale, which compared to the last month, how much amount of percentage the sales have been increased. Then we have calculated the different sales difference between previous month and this month, and we have embedded that into a total sale analysis KPI. We have done same here with the total order analysis. We have also done same with total quantity sold analysis in KPIs. Then here we have a chart requirement. In chart requirement, we have created a calendar heat map. Implement a calendar heat map to dynamically adjust based on the selected month for a slicer. If we select a different month from the slicer that we have created, based on that month, the calendar which consisting of a day is going to change. And we have a colored it. We have given different color representing the sales volume. Like we have given a darker color to showcase that it is not performing, sales is low there. And we have given the lighter color to showcase that it is performing well. And then we have implemented a toolkit to display the detailed metrics of sales, order, and quantity. Whenever we hover our mouse towards the specific days, then we get extra data or metadata understanding of sales, order, and quantity from the other sheet. And here we have another is sales analysis by weekday and weekend. The main reason why we're using is to analyze the performance variation, how the customer buying behavior is changes in the weekday and weekend, and then providing insight into whether the sales pattern differs slightly between weekday and weekend. And here we have another is sales analysis by store location. It is also the same. We are visualizing the sales data by different store location, including month-on-month difference entries based on the selected month in a slicer. And we are also highlighting here month-on-month sales increase or decrease from the each store to identify the trend. Yeah, another problem statement we got here. We need a daily sales analysis with average line. We're going to display daily sales for the selected month with a line chart. We're going to use a line chart. We're going to use an average line to showcase that how the sales per day is performing compared to the line of average, and incorporating the average line in the chart to represent the average daily sales, highlighting bars exceeding and falling below the average sales to identify the exceptional sales days. And another we have here is a sales analysis by product category. What we have done here is we have taken a bar chart and we have taken the top 10 product category which are bringing the good amount of sales and revenue to the business. On that basis, we have used this sales analysis by product category. In this product category also, we have gone in depth with the product. So which are the top 10 product that compared to the product category are performing well. Then we have another one called sales analysis by days and hours. For this, what we have done is we have utilized a heat map to visualize the pattern by the days and hours. And we have implemented a tooltip in this heat map also to display the detailed matrix of sales, order, and quantity when we hover our mouse to a specified days or hours in this chart. Here comes an important. This is a map dashboard. This is a dashboard that I have created. Primarily, I'm going to explain each and every tile in this dashboard. This is KPIs. Here, total you can say are the 3 KPIs: total sales, total order, total quantity. And here we have summed the total value of the sale and the total orders and total quantity based on the month, based on the every month. So downside below the total sales, you can see there are some numbers and the arrow showing down. It is called month-on-month increase or decrease. And here we have total value month-on-month decrease or increase total value. This is in percentage and this is its gross value. Like we can say $5.5K dollar compared to which is last month, LM compared to last month. And we have embedded this into the headings of this line chart. Also we called a line bar. We can understand the trend here, how it is performing up and down. And we have done the same, these two total orders as well as total quantity. And here we have another called sales trend over periods. Here, what we can understand is on the basis of days, how the sales is performing with compared to the average value. After that, we have a little bit down, we can going to see here is total sales by product category. In this product category, which are the top product category which are benefiting a lot to the coffee shop on the basis of revenue plus sales. And in that product category, which are the product, here we talk sales product type, which are the product that are bringing good amount of sales to the shop. And just right side of this, we're going to see sales by days and hours. In this, we are going deep inside the time to understand on the basis of hours how the business is performing. So if you see, it is a column or rows consisting of hours from the morning 6 o'clock to the evening 8 o'clock. And we can see here we have in the columns a day name Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on per day, how much revenue we got, how much sales we got, how much sales we got, and in the row we can see the how much that single hour like 6 o'clock brought sales to the business. And we have embedded here a chart, a bar chart to showcase the performance trend. So if we have $2,391, so if you hover here, you see the value total sales 2,361 in the hour of 6 o'clock. So let's move to the left side of the dashboard. Here we see the sales report heading, and we have filter panel, a small logo. And here we have month. On the basis of month, we want to analyze month on month how it's going to perform, which month it perform better. So this is very important filter that we're going to use to analyze the data. Just downside here, we can see here we have a calendar consisting of the days. And as I say, if you hover, we're going to get the total extra information about like total sale, total quantity, and total orders. And just right side in the donut chart, in just below the donut chart, you can see there a value in the yellow color that showcases a month-on-month increase or decrease percentage, and the value this is last month. And if you see from distance, you can see that there are the values, there are the days where the color is somewhat a brighter dark color, and there is a lighter color. The lighter color represents the good amount of sale, and the darker color representing the declining of the sale. And here used here small text to tell the hover on the video to see the detail to the client, of course. And here we have a sales by weekday and weekend. Uh, the main reason to use weekday and weekend is to understand what is the customer behavior on the weekday, which compared to the weekend. Weekend is nothing but Saturday and Sunday. By removing Saturday and Sunday, we get all the weekday. And just coming downside here, we can see there are total sales by store location. We have to analyze whether there is going to be some effect on the store location uh, in the basis of revenue. Okay, let's start with January. In January, we can see that there are total sales worth 82,000, and we got 17,314 orders, and we got 24,870 total quantity. If we sales trend over the periods, here you can see this is an average line, average sales line. And in here, you can see these are the lowest performing days because these are the below average, and these are the good performing days. As you can see, the chart, this line chart is down here, so it may be it is representing these bars. And if you go upside, this representing these bars which are performing well. Again, the trend going down, and so these are the days they are not performing well. We can say starting from 7th of Jan, they were selling, they were getting sales above the average, and up to 21 Jan they performed well. So if we see here, the best product sales in the month of January, product type, product category was coffee, and second was tea, third was bakery, drinking chocolate and coffee beans. If you want to see which specific product performed well in the coffee, so when I hover my mouse, you can see that in the coffee, specific coffee brought total of $31,257 of business coffee alone. In that category, if we check, we can say Baristo Espresso is a product that is performing, that is on the top list and performing better, which brought total revenue of $10,461. And then another in the coffee category, we have Gourmet Brewed Coffee. Uh, Gourmet Brewed Coffee, it itself brought $8,072 of income to the sales, to the coffee sale business. Another we have organic brewed coffee, which brought 6,000, which performed well. And we have brewed coffee, premium, and we have drip coffee. And another second category we can see here is a tea. After coffee, we can see there is a tea. In tea, we have total of three products. That is brewed chai tea, brewed black tea, brewed herbal tea. So chai tea performed very well. The revenue is 8,761 of the whole January. And in January, we got a brewed black tea, which brought revenue up to 5,536. And another we have herbal tea, which brought the total sales of $5,442. And we have another is a bakery. In bakery, we got only one product, that is cone, that performed well, brought total sales of 4,349 of sales. Another we have drinking chocolate, coffee beans, branded, and loose tea flavor packed chocolate. These are the top selling product in the coffee sales shop. Another thing, if we notice, another thing here in this sales by days and hours. In this, we can see the darker color represent the low level of sales. The sales are declining here. The lighter color represent the increase in a sale. And from my observation, I can say from morning 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock, we can see there is a good amount of increase in a sale. Because in the morning, people prefer to have a good beverages, good hot beverages like a tea or coffee, as you see that are the top selling categories. So after that, we can see there is a decline in sale in afternoon as evening and night. So if we select here, we can say at 9 o'clock, the total sale was $10,522. The same if we hover over here at 12 o'clock, it was $4,776, which is half than the sales that we have made at morning 9 o'clock. So if you go still somewhat down at the 8 o'clock, you can see the total sale is only $313 overall. So at the night, people don't prefer the hot beverages as they go for dinner. And if we go and check on the basis of weekday or weekend, how it is affecting to the business, we can see here a weekend consists of 28.36%, which is $23,000. And if we see weekday consists of 71.64% of business, which is 58,513. So if I select here weekend, we can't say that like it is performing well in a weekend. It is similar, it's same, and it is some are performing above average, some are performing below average, some are performing below average. And if I select here, it is also the same. Some are performing below average, some are performing above average. But we can say it may affect a little bit because it is a weekend, but it is not bringing a much of a change in the customer behavior. We can say it not like the weekend the customer are buying a lot of product, but they're going to reduce buying in the weekday. So I don't think it is going to affecting a lot by saying the percentage and the value. And if we analyze this whole data, if we dig according to the sales location, if we okay, before clicking, we have to get overview from upside. See here, in Hell's Kitchen, we got total of 27.8K dollar. And in Astoria, we got $27.31, 31K dollar. And in Lower Manhattan, we got 26.54K dollar, $1,000. By seeing this, we can see there is not a much difference between the month-on-month sales in January. So by this, we can come into a assumption on a conclusion that the location of the shop is not affecting to the sales because each and every the three locations are performing the same. There is only a little bit change, like 1 or 2%. This is all overview related to the January. And if we go back to February, in 1 month plus 1 month in our filter, we can get here month-on-month sales, how it is performing. And in February, we can see the sales have been declined by 6.8%, which on the basis of number, we can say 5.5K dollar decrease. And in the, of course, the total sales is correlated to the total orders, and total orders is correlated to the total quantity. If quantity drops, the order will drop as well as the sales will drop. And here we can see there is a total drop of 5.5% in total orders, and the total number is 1.2K compared to the last month. In the quantity also, it is dropped by 5.3%. That is a 1.3K in number compared to last month. And in January, also you can see there is not much change in the taste of the people. Still, the coffee is a top product. Still, tea is the second highest product. Still, bakery is the third highest product. And if we go to the coffee, here we can see Barista Espresso is the top product. As you saw in Jan, it was the top product. And the gourmet brewed coffee is also good. And these are the five products that we saw in the January. Is also the best performing product or product category in the February too. And next, if we move here, if we move to sales by days and hour, as I say, the morning is the best performing. As from 7, it started earning total of $7,173, and up to morning 10, it got increased to $9,676. So we can say these are the golden hours for the coffee shop to make good amount of profit. And it will how the time passes, the sales will go on decreasing because people only prefer hot beverages in the morning in the cold. When the sun rises, people don't prefer hot. And on the basis of Hell's Kitchen, we can say the total revenue got was 25K, 25.7K. And here we got Lower Manhattan 25.32K, and Astoria got 25.11K. Here we can say there is a total decrease of 7.6%. Total decrease of 7.6% compared to January in the revenue, in the sales, sorry, in the sales of Hell's Kitchen, and 2.1K decrease in the sale compared to the January last month. And here we can see there is a 4.6% decrease in Lower Manhattan compared to the last month, and 1.2K dollar compared to the last month. And same in, but in Astoria, the decrease is more. This is 8.1% and 2.2K. But if you see here, the lower income and the percentage compared to last month performed well is Lower Manhattan, but the revenue earned more on the month of February is Hell's Kitchen. So we analyze on the basis of each and every shop location. Okay, we can see here in the month of February, Hell's Kitchen got 26K as a revenue, as we saw 7.6% decline, that is 2.1K. And in total order, we got 4.4% decline, that is 6.6K of total number. And same in the total quantity, it declined by 4.8%, which is 3.4K of number or total quantity. But still, these are the top product we can see. And here we can see this is Baristo, Drift Chatty, Hot Chocolate. These are the same as we saw in the last month of Jan. Still, these are the good product for them to sell. As usual, this is a good amount of sale in this golden hours. And if you go to the lower Manhattan, we can see like these 25,000 total sale. But here it was 26,000. There is no much difference. There is the only difference of 1K. But we can see there is not less decrease in there is not more decrease in income. It is 4.6% compared to the both the shop location, and still it is the same in this shop too. The best selling product and best selling category and product, and the best golden time for it is also 7 to 10. And if we see Astoria, this is also the same. It got 25K. There is no much difference between the sale. It looks similar to the both the shops, and it is reduced by 6.8% compared to last month. It compared to the other two shops, this revenue decrease, sales decrease the most. Okay, now let's analyze the February on the basis of days. We can see here the total sale is $2,466, $2,466, but total quantity sold was 296, and total orders were 546. But below the donate, you can see there is a yellow color percent which says minus 1.6. On the day one, compared to the January day one, we got 1.6% less sales, and we got 7.1K less sales value. So if you hover to specific 20, it looks like very darker. So it got $2,311 sale, but it is increased by 1.8% compared to the last month 28 date. Okay, if we check here, if you go on March, okay, you can see March number is very satisfaction. Here it was a total of 76, but in the March we can say we got here is total of 99K, nearly 100,000. If you want to specific number on this, we got 99K and increasing 29.8% compared to last month. It is nearly increased 30% of the sales, and it is a very good that 30% increase is very good. And in the number wise, in the sales wise, it was 22.7K increase compared to last month, compared to this last month. And we can see there is no more much variation in the trend line like it was last January and February. And we can see here there are much of the values they are near to the average line and above average line. As same, we got 29, nearly 30% increase in orders, and for about 9K total orders increase. This is last month compared to last month. In quantity also increased by 29.1%, and total quantity increase was 6.9K compared to last month. As we can analyze here by seeing how it is performing day to day on the basis of average, and we can see average is increased by 3,188 for the month of March. I think for month of February it was 2,600 something, 2,700. Yeah, average is also increased, income is also increased. And if we come here, we can see at a March of 1, we can see there is a total sales was of $3,040, and total quantity we got here was 968 and orders were 661. And we see the donut chart here, the sales have been a good amount of space, and if we just come below that, we can see the values in yellow. Okay, sorry for this. We can see values in yellow. We can see that it has increased 23.2% in the total sale compared to the 1st of February in the last month, and it is a good performance, we can say. And if we see which is the low performing day here, if we come down, I think 29 showcase the low performing, because you can say 29 here too, and it is performing very low. And if we hover our mouse here, we can say it was total sale was 2000, which was low compared to, like here we got 3000, or we can say we got here, which is lighter, I think 13, which performed well here. We can say 27 performed well. If you go to 27, 27, we can check here. It got total of a $3,657 of a sale. And if we see here total lower, we got at the month of 29. In 29, we got nearly 2,400, a decrease in $1,000 of a sale. And if we go and check the total sales by product category, still coffee is the top selling product in the month of March. Tea is the second highest selling, same as about 2 months that we have seen. And the product category is also the same. Like in coffee, you can say barista espresso is also the same, and gourmet brewed coffee, and premium brewed coffee, and organic brewed coffee, which is same in the last 2 months we have saw. And if we check here, the on Monday we got total of 13K, 12K. In Wednesday it has increased compared to the last 2 weeks, and it was consistent in 60 for 3 week. It is consistent for 3 days. Sorry, not weeks. In Monday it was 13K total. In Tuesday it was 12K, and the 3 days it was consistent from Wednesday to Friday. It was a little bit difference, like it's 16, it was 15,678, and here we got 16,136, and here got 16,256. It is increased in a good amount, and again it gone down by 12,783 dollar. And last Sunday it also gone down. Like you can see here, Sunday the sales is low, Sunday and Saturday, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday it is very high. So we can say weekend and weekday is not affecting the sales here. So if we check here, now go to the April. In April, we can say there is also good amount of increase in the sales. Last time we saw was 30%, but from the month of March, we got increase of 20.3% in the form of percentage month on month, and in the form of value, it have been increased by 24.1K. And the total orders we can see it is also increased for 19.3%, and the total number of orders increase is 4.1K, and quantity increase is 19.9%, and total quantity increase number is 6.1K compared to the last month. And we can see here in this April, we can say there is a 21% increase in our sale to the first day of this month, and compared to the last month of day one, that is March, there is increase of 21.7%, and the total sale we got was $3,700, and quantity also increased, and total order. We can say here the least performing day in the month of April is end of the month, that is 29 April, and the best performing day was 8 of April. You can see 8 of April we got overall of $4,573, which is 22.6% increase compared to the last month 8 date. So if you see here, it was 29. 29 is the lowest performing day. Yes, it is okay. I show over again here. It is 2,957. So but it is increased if we compare month on month to last month by 24.1%. That is good. But if you take the average value, it is still need to perform. And we see here coffee, tea, bakery is still the best selling product in the month of April. And total product sale in this product category, this barista is still the golden product, and whipped chai tea is still the second, and hot chocolate, this is still the third. And if we check here on the basis of location, we can see best performing was Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen got 40.3K, and Astoria got total sales of 39,000 compared to Hell's Kitchen. But what we can see here is in the Hell's Kitchen, we go see total 21.7% increase in a sale compared to the last month. Here we can check here. We can say 40,000 is the total sales for Hell's Kitchen, and 8,629 is the total order, which increased by 18.7% of orders have been increased compared to the last month. In the March was the last month, and there is an increase in the order, that is 12,194. Total quantity have been increased, and we can see here it is 40.3% 39.48K and 39.16K, which states that there is no significant change in the numbers. They are all near to each other and similar. So location is not affecting much on the sales of the product. As usual, from 10 to 9, the golden time for the sales, it is performing well. And if you go to another, that is May. Oh, okay. May is the best performing month, I believe, because it has been increased by 31.8%, which overall contributed the total sales of 157K, and increase in order by 32.3%, that is 33,572 total orders increase. This is a good amount of number we got here. And the total increase in the orders are 8.2K compared to last month. 8.2K number of total new orders we have got. And here we can see there is a 32.3% increase in the total quantity, and we got extra 11.8K extra quantity compared to the last month. And overall, we got total quantity of 48,233 quantity. And if we see, it is the best performing. We can see drastically there is increase in the average value, and every one thing is performing well here every single day. And if we start by hovering on the first of a day, we can see there is a 27.8% increase in a single day compared to the last month, April month, first day. And we can see here the lowest performing day was, as usual, end of the day, what is 29. If we come here, we see it is more darker. It is darker, it's going to be less amount, 3,960,000 of dollar of a sale. And but it is the lowest day for the whole month. But we can say that compared to the last month, we have last month 29 date, we have increase of over of 27.6% in percentage month on month, and 31.8 thousand increase in the sales compared to the same day last month. And we can see here, as usual, there is no much difference in the weekend and weekday. There is not much relationship in the customer behavior. If you come here down, we can see here's not a much change. The 52K got by Hell's Kitchen over the month of May, and 52K we got for Astoria, and 51K got in the month of May for a Lower Manhattan. It is the lowest selling compared to the three location, but I don't see any correlationship for the sales in this. It's related to the location. As usual, we can see from morning 7 to 10, this is the best selling hours for the shop. And this product is also the same: coffee, tea, bakery. We can see these are the best performing product for the coffee shop. If we go to the last of June of 2023, and it is also increased, but there is no much difference. But it is a positive change, but we can't say there is a much of an increase or change, because there we can see only there is 6.2% increase and 9.8K increase in a sale. And if we go to the total order, we can say 35,000 plus of orders it got, and new orders it got is 1.8K compared to last month, and total of 5.4% of increase in the total orders compared to the last month. And we got here 5.6% increase in the total quantity compared to the last month, and 2.7 thousand of extra orders quantity we got compared to the last month. And total we can say it is 50,942 quantity we got in this month, which is good, but there is not much increase in the sale. It only for 5.6%. As usual, we can say we can check here on the basis of days. We can say it is not a best performing day, but we got increase in 10.4% compared to the last month. We can check here. I think this is the best performing day of 19 June, which earned $6,404. And here we can see 8. It is the second best performing year day. And date of 19 June, we can check by going down. 19, yeah, it is total brighter. We can say it is increased 10.3% of a day, which is of 19th of June. And if we click here in 19th of June, we can see total Monday from 6 o'clock. We can see to 8 o'clock. There is a good amount of increase in the sale, and we can see the type of product they have sold. It is coffee, tea, bakery, as usual. These are the best performing product there. And in the Hell's Kitchen as well as Astoria and Lower Manhattan, there is not much difference in the sales between them. So now let's go to the next slide. We can see, okay, here we have a summary of a report. We have seen that coffee is the best selling product across all the shop. Coffee is the best selling product, and we see the coffee barista is a top selling product because it is bringing much of the sales. We can say to the coffee shop. In that, we can say drip coffee and spoon are the lowest selling product, as we saw. but they are under the top 10. And sales are relatively consistent across different store location with no significant variation in the performance as we saw. And when we are doing analysis, we have saw that sales more than double across all the stores every single day during the morning rush from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. There was a good amount of sales every day from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. In the afternoon and especially night, people tend to avoid hot beverages as they are disrupt the sleep pattern. And here we have some findings or some insights of the coffee sales. The overall report indicates that coffee shop sales are stable across all the three locations. Yes, we saw that. The business performance practically well during the morning hour from 7 to 10 a.m. The few key product categories contribute more than the half of the revenue, highlighting the need to introduce an innovative product to attract more new customers into the shop. And we can see month-over-month growth remains the stable, with an only exception being 6.8% decrease in the month of February. Sales shows the little variation based on the weekend, weekday, or location, indicating consistency business performance across these factors. Okay, this was my project about coffee shop sale analysis. Thank you for your patience.